I just realized I can't count to 10. But I think we're up live. Awesome. All right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Resident Evil Survivor, the very first-person RE game, originally designed with a gun con in mind. But with me today, I have Snoodly Bop, who I'm inevitably just going to call Max the whole time.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah. So, it's Max's fault that I run this game.
This game's awesome.
Yeah, this game's fun. It's definitely memey, but it is definitely fun. So we're just going to go ahead and get into this here. Do some new game easy. And I guess I'm in charge of the timer here. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Biohazard Gun Survivor.
Are you going to do the opening dialogue?
Oh, God.
I can do it for you if you want. It's fine.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. My head aches and I can't remember anything. That timing's crazy. ... My only hope is this gun. I must remember. I must survive.
Perfect. Ah, I didn't switch my controller to the one with the split D-pad. I'm going to have wobbly lines.
It's okay. Survivor is all about how spaghetti you can be. And luckily enough for us, after this first little cutscene, we're going to run into a kitchen, which is where they cook the spaghetti. So it's fine.
But I just can't remember.
Yeah, so for those that haven't played this game before, this is Resident Evil Survivor, the first-person Resident Evil game in the franchise. We play as this character who, at this point, is only known as Vincent. He wears a very stylish green coat from REI. He's not sponsored by REI, but nonetheless. And this is a game that relies most speedruns do, but extremely heavily on RNG and multiple branching paths. I actually have the path map up right next to me. I Googled it after we were joking around in chat. But it includes 4 separate areas where you can choose one of 3 paths to go down. Obviously, Deagle's going to choose the fastest path, which goes through this kitchen and into a restaurant, and then goes from there. Some of the RNG stuff that you're going to see throughout the run includes the number of enemies in certain rooms, the types of enemies that are in those rooms, and their position in the room. For example,
got too close.
in the meat locker, there's generally speaking always 3 zombies, but some of the zombies can be on either side of those hanging slabs of meat, which makes getting in and out of this room not the easiest thing in the world.
Yep. And one thing you're going to see me doing a lot is this, kind of a quick turn, I suppose. It's more of like a autofocus, I guess. And it just locks on to the nearest object, which might be a door, might be an enemy, might be a file, an item.
A really annoying kitchen file.
Yeah. So a lot of times that's really useful just for getting a faster turn to where you need to point to. Okay, you're going to be there. But sometimes it's actually not good to do it because it'll turn you just a little bit. And if it turns you just a little bit, it's a waste of time. Also, hi, dogs.
There's also a few situations where, because of the placement of the zombies or whatever creatures are in the room, if for some reason one of them is closer behind you than you're used to, and you hit that quick turn button, it might turn you all the way around.
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
This game also has a little fun semi-mechanic with being first person, in that a lot of the enemies can't hurt you if you can't see them.
Yep.
So that's why a lot of the zombies will turn you around so that they look directly at your face, and then they'll hit you.
Yep. Yeah. They took say it to my face very literally. Remember your mission.
What do you call these guys?
I don't really have a name for them.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what's your name for them? I call them frog soldiers because of the way their legs look. I've heard the Jaguar squad because they meow like cats when they roll around and attack you.
Oh yeah.
And in addition, that main guy that Deagle was doing some voiceover work for, by the way, bravo, much better than the original one. It's fine. And so his name is Hank, which is a play on hunk. If anyone's played the other RE games.
Let's see here. It's a cutscene right away. Yeah.
Yep.
Here's another quick turn.
And another, that table's much longer than it actually appears to be.
Yep. Yeah, so the quick turn in this is done with, you tap, I'm going to just use PlayStation buttons, but you tap R1 and L1. R1 is aim. I don't think L1 even is anything on its own. I'm not sure, actually. Let's find out. Oh, I think it's a focus. Let's see. Oh, L1 on its own. Never mind. I've been doing it wrong all these years. You don't need L1 and R1, just L1.
That's the quick turn, but...
Okay, well, you learned something.
All right, we got through that hidden underground casino underneath the arcade. By the way, this game also has a lot of Easter eggs in it. A lot of the assets in the game are reused from Resident Evil 2, but a lot of the extra assets in the game, like if you noticed earlier when Deagle was running through the arcade, there was a Dino Crisis poster, and there'll be a Street Fighter poster later.
You know, I usually point out the Dino Crisis thing, but I was too entranced
You were
by the
trying to figure
L1
out what
button.
L1 is. Yeah.
I can't believe I've never realized you just need to hit L1. I've been tapping both this whole time. Probably out of habit from RE1, because that's how you do an auto aim cancel. But I don't know. By the way, playing this on GunCon is an experience. If any of you ever get the chance to do so, I would try it out.
Experience is code for fun.
Yeah, so holding the trigger without aiming at the screen is how you walk forward. Double pulling the trigger is how you run. But depending on how fast you double pull, you might start backing up instead. And then there's two buttons toward the front of the GunCon. That's how you turn left and right. Hitting them both at the same time as your start button. So it's a whole experience.
Oh, you got 4.
So many zombies here.
Oh my god.
I'm used to 3 in there.
Welcome to Paradise, the ironic name of the prison on this island. Yeah, when you walk in the door, I was like 2, 3, or 4, and I saw 4, and I was like, well.
Yep, almost never get 4 there, especially on easy. On normal, it's more likely to get the higher amounts, but no, that file sucks.
Well, now I'll never know what was in the warden's diary. Oh.
Yeah, was GunCon not also available in the EU release? I know it definitely wasn't in the US release, because that's right around the time everyone was very upset about anything with guns in video games because of Columbine, but... Okay, sir. Really? I grabbed the rope mid-push.
The zombie was just like flying backwards too at the same time, which is cool. Yeah, but actually, there's something else that Deagle just showed off a little bit too. So these assets, these zombies and their hitboxes and other creatures and their hitboxes, they are a solid entity on the map, meaning that they basically kind of have virtual mass. So there is a chance, as you, the protagonist, also have mass, of momentum kind of pushing them out of the way, but it doesn't always work. So sometimes you might see like them slide and sometimes you might not. Hey, you got dogs.
Yeah, that's nice.
He could have got hunters here, but he got dogs, so we don't have to talk about hunters yet.
Yeah, got some small mercy. Yeah, I do wish the GunCon worked on the US version. But I don't own the US version, so it works out for me. This game wasn't on the Wii, but there were Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles, which are rail shooters. Those were on the Wii. Yeah,
Big
so
Manic, the Parappa the Rapper reference.
Yeah, so I haven't played Parappa the Rapper in so long that it just didn't even process to me. Yeah, so dodging Mr. X is pretty simple here. You just run forward, bait out his punch, and then back up a step.
Yeah, a lot of the like mini bosses associated with this game are not nearly as terrifying as just the regular enemies that do stuff like that.
Yep.
And try to push you into oncoming gunfire.
Yep. Yeah, you do know it's bad when you'll take dogs over something else. See, normally hunters in the classic REs aren't really that much of an issue, except in a few places in RE3. Here, they're the worst damn thing ever.
They're horrible. Oh my god. But it's okay, because you got liquors in
you know,
here.
I'm
So
gonna grab this
sure.
for the memes.
It also
Got a
makes
liquor?
it a little, not always, but also makes it a little bit easier to get around that liquor that's coming around the corner of the little desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that last room potentially has liquors or hunters in it, and this time Deagle rolled liquors. So far he's 2 for 2 on what I would consider good RNG.
Yeah. Pretty much all the other RNG, like more zombies, whatever, like, okay, there's good and bad RNG, but really it just comes down to those are hunters. Here we
Oh,
go.
there you go, 2 out of 3.
Get in the door. So this is why
Why?
hunters suck. Because they can hit you without looking at you, but they also have a habit of just always being in your face. And they jump from wherever they are in front of you.
So the whatever the programming that went into hunters in this one, whoever programmed these hunters was having a really bad day or some personal issues or something. The hunters they'll know where you're going before you know where you're going. They will track your movement so well, it's almost impossible
What are you doing?
to really
Answer me.
not panic immediately when they're like right in front of you. So that's the unfortunate thing a lot of the times when you get hunters in any of the rooms, is especially in narrow hallways, is it's going to be a nightmare to try to get around them.
So this is the second worst room to have hunters in if they're still here. They could have switched to liquors, but of course they didn't.
2 out of 4.
So this is awful because we have to hit that. And, okay. Well, at least we got to hit the key card reader. And, oh, okay, cool.
They're
Love
like,
it.
no doors for you. No, we're going to momentum push you again.
Okay, cool, fantastic.
This is turning into like some like Curb Your Enthusiasm stuff right now. It's just like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh
That's
my
not a
goodness.
first aid spray.
Yeah, so again, whenever you have to do physical actions in a room with hunters, like you saw that hunter literally like track his turn all the way around. Yeah, it stinks
tried.
when you have to do stuff like that. Especially when you have to do action items. Oh, liquor's in here.
That's nice.
That are important for progression. It's extremely hard to do that when the hunters are allowed to use their momentum to push you back from what you're trying to do.
Yep.
This game's so
I'm gonna
awesome.
let this cutscene play because it's just 10 out of 10 voice acting.
It's me, your mother.
I think I already missed the part that I like.
My mother?
Vincent, please, listen to your mother. I want you to leave Umbrella. I want you to stop performing those terrible crimes and just come back home.
Okay, the rest of it doesn't matter.
Vincent, this is your mother. My mother? I usually just let the "this is your mother" part play out, and then I'm like, okay, moving on.
Let's turn the right way.
This is
so
our
here's
first. Oh, go ahead.
So this is the first thing we actually kill. Well, second thing we actually kill, but first boss.
Oh yeah, we had to kill that first zombie. This is the first of 2 required Mr. X fights.
Yep. All right, so we have 2 different timing methods depending on the platform in Survivor. On one platform, on Duck Station, we run it RTA because for a while, IGT was kind of a mystery and people weren't really understanding it very well, and it does function kind of weirdly because it has sort of a so the timer in these classic RE go down the stairs, please. The timer in the classic RE games runs off a frame counter, and well, one thing they kind of messed up is they didn't account correctly for door transition. Hello? For door transitions being 60 FPS while the rest of the game is 30. And so it doesn't count correctly during door cutscenes like this. And so the IGT runs twice as fast, which is why it was leading to confusion where you could have like IGT higher than the RTA time of the run. But anyway, the point of all this was that Mr. X fight, you're going to do that in one of 2 different ways, depending on if you're running RTA or IGT. If you're running RTA, you do what I did there and just reload your gun during the fight without going to the menu. But if you're running IGT, you're going to open the menu to reload. So you're going to shoot your gun all the way down till 1 more bullet left, and then you're going to menu and reload there. Just because the menu, for some reason, IGT does not run during the menu, which it should, but, you know, it's a choice. It's nice that it doesn't.
A lot of confusion,
is,
though.
Yeah. It's really nice that it doesn't, though, because this menu is really laggy.
It's true. Also, going back to when you were... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying, you mentioned another poster. That's in here, right?
It is. It's after you look... Oh, I saw it there for half a second, but it's when you get the little girl out of the closet.
Oh, there you go.
There it is, behind her. Yep.
Nice Street Fighter.
And there's another one, too, I think. I can't remember where the other one is. It's not the children's drawings, I promise. I think there's one that shows... I'm trying to think of the character's name. Cammy? I think there's one that shows Cammy somewhere. Oh. But I was going to say, when you were trying to pick up that grenade launcher earlier, I saw it for like just a split second that you had a dog in front of you.
Yeah, I figured
blocking, that. He was blocking your way to the car, and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, because I could see myself getting moved around a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, there's something here.
All right. We're moving up towards... So if you guys thought that other area with the hunters was annoying or perhaps the worst area to get hunters in, depending on what happens next, RNG-wise, this is about to be the worst place for hunters.
Oh,
This is where runs go to die.
Absolutely is. I don't think that's ever anything but a liquor right there.
It is not.
At least I've never seen it. Okay.
I've never seen anything bust through the window besides the liquor.
All right. So after this tram here, cable car. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
I'm not saying tram. And we're gonna switch it to tram hunters now.
Yeah. Hello. There we go.
All right.
That was a bit
Cable
far
car
right.
hunters.
Here we go.
This section will always be hunters. The RNG here is whether it's 1, 2, or 3. If it's 1 hunter, it's not terrible. If it's 2, it's manageable. If it's 3, it's you got to get really lucky, or you're probably boned.
Yep. There's 1. And he pushed me into the corner. That's fantastic. I think it's just one, though.
I also think it's 1. Yep.
Cool.
Nice. That could have been so much worse.
Yep.
I've been on PB paces of this game and like got the cable car and be like, please, and seen 3 hunters and been like, huh, okay. Should just call them the
early?
reset button.
Oh no, it was fine.
Nah, you're good. Mr. X is thick, but he's not that thick.
I'm gonna take the classic path here. I usually do the
Forest or
mountain
Mr.
path,
X?
but I'm gonna
Okay.
do the forest.
You know the rules of the forest path.
I do, but I don't know the song. I don't know the lyrics.
Ah, come on, man. It's a good one. So one of the cool things about this forest path, and the reason why I was ragging on Deagle there for a second, is when I used to run this game, every time I took this forest path, because it was just long enough, I would sing Beyond the Sea by Bobby Darin, just the first couple of verses, and I could always get to the fence. But one of the cool things about this forest path is because you're fighting the frog soldiers, you have the potential to get one of them stuck in the rolling animation, and that rolling animation will actually push you. I think it's happening right now, actually. Yep. It'll push you forward and actually give you a little bit of boost through the area, which will save you a lot of time. The problem is, I don't think anyone, even Ben, has been able to find a way to consistently be boosted the entire time.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could come up with a minute for this, but hasn't happened yet. Not to say it never will, though.
Hey, dogs.
I'm so
again.
used to just holding up here because I usually come from the mountain path, and you just run straight to the door. I was a little confused for a second.
The mountain path that he's talking about, by the way, is one of the 3 branching things I mentioned earlier. And on that path, instead of dealing with a bunch of frog soldiers, you deal with like 4 or 5 Mr. X.
Yep. And as you saw earlier, it's pretty easy to get around Mr. X. You just bait out those punches and run by him. There's a couple that can be a little more annoying. Okay, this is always hunters, I believe.
Yep.
Get around the corner. Oh. Okay, cool.
But I believe on easy there is 1 less.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so welcome to Umbrella. The second Umbrella. I don't know what this one's actually called. So I'm just like, I always call it second Umbrella.
All right, what do we have here?
Zombies.
Not a Mr. X.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as you walked in and I didn't see one around the corner, I was like, it's zombies, gross.
Yep. So I'm gonna grab the Magnum here because I kind of like doing the final boss fight with the Magnum versus grenade launcher, because it does. From testing I've done, I was like, did it just freeze? But from testing I've done, the Magnum consistently does higher damage than the grenade launcher, in the sense that the grenade launcher can do more damage, but its range is a lot more varied, whereas the Magnum is pretty consistent. So I'm going to go for consistency over potentially fastest kill here.
Yes, mini umbrella. That's the first one.
I was supposed to go the other side. I just realized.
Bold choice. Skipping the acid rounds. You probably won't need them, but saving a little time. Gonna meet your best friend, the door licker.
Hey.
What?
Hung back that time.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I have never ever seen that ever.
Yeah,
Like,
that dude is literally like usually right around there, like right in the doorway, so you just can't get by.
yeah, his hitbox takes up the entirety of the width of the door, and you have to let him walk out before you can walk in.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna, just in case.
Oh, I was gonna say bold. So,
Yeah, it's as I was like running by them, I'm like, oh, I didn't grab this. I'm supposed to grab this.
yeah, grabbing them from that direction is a little bit harder because that first chair that's on the floor does not have a hitbox, but the second one does.
Yeah.
So going from one direction, you can just run straight to the table. You won't get stuck on anything and grab them. And on the way out, you got to be careful because you might get stuck on that like chair piece. Nice. Good placement. That room placement is so important because they can be all over the place.
Yep. Time for one of the twitchiest of zombies.
I like to call these zombies chat. Because it's just a bunch of twitchers coming out of here. Look at them.
Synchronized twitching. This is one of the hard things in this game is pretty much in any classic Resident Evil, it's really easy to get stuck on corners. It's a lot easier to get stuck on corners when you can't see your hitbox. Can I get through there? Nope.
You tried though. I appreciate the effort. Trying to squeeze through.
Like I saw it, I'm like, this probably isn't gonna work, but I'm doing it anyway.
And yeah, massive shout outs to Capcom for eventually remastering this game into RE7. Appreciate it. You know, they made a little bit of creative adjustments, you know, as developers tend to do, but yeah, again, here you can see the reused assets of the IVs.
One thing, so another game I'll be doing in a bit, Dead Aim, is actually Survivor 4. And that one has well, it's not a dedicated button, but there's a command for a 180 turn. God, I wish we had that here.
It was the same thing when I was learning how to run RE3, and I was like, oh, I forgot, this thing has a quick 180 on it.
Uh-huh. What I'm really hoping for is that I don't go the wrong way in the sewer area when I do Dead Aim, because it all looks the same.
Oh,
Even
the
when
labyrinth?
I'm practiced at it, I go the wrong way. Yeah, in the water with the torpedo things, and heck, even the part before Pluto.
Turtle Mom and the vomit comets, but
They are creating these
I don't remember what the torpedo things are called. I know the vomit comets are called glimmers.
I think isn't it actually like Torpedo and Torpedo Mom or something like that?
Probably. I always call them Turtle Mom because she's got a big shell. She thick.
Here's a little demonstration of what the IGT strat is. We'll just mix it up here.
Yeah, imagine running the game and just having to go into your menu several times to reload your gun. It's such a nightmare.
What's he dropping? Ooh, he dropped flame rounds.
Fire rounds. Yeah.
I almost always get shotgun rounds from him here. Alright, so since it's flame rounds, I'm just gonna run straight. If it were shotgun rounds, we dodge around it.
Ooh, bold. You don't equip the grenade launcher before you go in? You do it at the beginning?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay. I don't know. I haven't run this game in so long. I don't know what's appropriate anymore.
Probably better to do it before. It's how I've always done it, and so it's how I'm doing it.
That's the strongest weapon in the game, by the way, chat. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That Ross the Nerf bat.
Hang on!
I really wish we could just see him clock the hunter in the head with that bat. That would just
One
be
shot.
amazing. Yeah.
So we're gonna hope that his HP value is low.
Yo.
It was. Yeah, so
That can take up to like 4 shots sometimes.
yeah.
Lot!
And when you're running this game, it doesn't matter if you're running New Game Easy or New Game Normal, but if you're running New Game Normal
It's not your fault.
and you get 4 shots
the one who caused
just to kill that hunter, you cannot afford a mistake with ammo
You?
from that point forward,
What do you mean?
Yep.
which really sucks because we'll talk about it when we get there, but the final boss has a thing that he can do that really screws up your ammo count.
Then why
Oh,
did
yeah.
you run away from me?
Because I'm the one that told Vincent about you.
The thing about the game is your pistol
I'm
is
Vincent.
infinite ammo.
I've been transferred to
Yep.
this facility to inspect
God, could you imagine if it
Nice to
weren't?
meet you, sir.
I know Commander Vincent. So I
Yeah,
knew
so you
that
saw
were
that little
him
short
when I
guy back
saw
there.
you.
His name is Andy.
What?
In the live action, he'll be played by Danny DeVito.
Thank you.
This
You are
child
a
sounds
good
older
boy,
than the main character. I mean,
So then I'm
Yeah.
Ark, and not...
So now we've discovered that we aren't actually Vincent this entire time. We've had memory loss, and our name is actually Ark Thompson. And the main big bad evil guy on the island is Vincent.
Repeat. All the personnel evacuate immediately.
all right, so there is a fast in here if you need it, off to the left, but we're just going to go this way.
If you click quick turn twice, it'll put you right towards it.
Yep.
That's right. At the request of my friend, Leon
S. Kennedy.
I came here to investigate.
I love how he just says
yes.
his whole name
The
out.
whole
I
name.
remember.
And that,
everything.
along with the introduction to Resident Evil 0 that mentions Survivor,
Tell me the
is what
truth.
makes this game
You are
canon.
a spy, aren't
Nope.
you?
The request of my friend, Leon S. Kennedy. I also refer to my friends by their full name with middle initial.
It's true. So this is my favorite cutscene in the game because they clearly made a mistake in the animation and just like drug over Vincent's picture like it's a JPEG so he can attach the helicopter. And whoop. There we go.
Yes. I'm not Vincent. I'm Ark.
I was about to say, Deagle knows my full like government name. I was like, is he about to say my name? I was like,
The only one allowed to call him
Scott.
Scott is Salad Bar.
Romaine Salad Bar from RE4.
Yeah, Romaine, exactly.
Mr. Scott.
All right, so we're turning on. I don't know if that's power or just like a security. I think that's a security thing, not power.
Probably so.
Okay. He was further forward than I'm used to, so I was like, oh, can I go this way?
And now we get to listen to like my favorite track in the entire game for like the last 5 to 10 minutes of the run.
Yep. Hey, look at that guy up there. I wonder who that is.
Vincent? No, not Vincent.
Right, so very crucial that we put flame rounds in now for a boss fight coming up. This was a strat found. There was a TAS of this game done some number of years ago, and like 2-3 years ago now, I guess. One of the Survivor runners, Ben Semwise, found the TAS and noticed a really awesome strat for this fight here. We used to pump quite a few grenade rounds into him. But it turns out you can beat him in one.
I can't believe you're not dead yet.
You're human. You must be.
Get ready for the name drop.
Sent by
Title
Umbrella
card.
to destroy the evidence of this biohazard.
Oh, title card.
Whatever.
I just love the whatever.
That and audio is amazing.
The self-destruction system. This island will be gone in
Yeah, I love also Ark here, like, you know, you must be the cleaning crew sent in by Umbrella to destroy the evidence of this biohazard. Like, just beating you over the head with the plot.
Yeah, he literally was like, we need a lore dump real quick. Here's the entire plot of the video game.
All right. Oh. There we go.
There you go. Got him. So the bad guy here is Hypnos. That's his name, the tyrant. And in this particular fight, Hypnos is programmed to run straight. Like he runs straight at you. So what you can do is you can shoot a flame round at the floor, which will cause it to basically make a little AoE of constant damage. And Hypnos, not knowing any better, will continue to run into the fire until he's dead.
So fun fact, that strat does work on the Mr. X on the bridge. The last Mr. X we fought, but it's a lot harder to pull off well.
Nice. That I did.
And you have to do more than just one shot there. You also have to hit him a couple times.
One of the other things that I wanted to mention, but I was having too much fun listening to the dialogue and so forth, is in that scene when Hypnos comes out and kills Hank, depending on which path you take at the very beginning of the game, will pick who appears there. So because we went through the kitchen, Hank appears, the kitchen in the arcade. If you go a different route, Janitor Andy appears. That's the guy that's played by Danny DeVito in the live action version of this. And if you go through the hospital, you get Vincent. And Vincent appears right there. All three of them get absolutely murked by Hypnos. But it's just a little fun kind of thing that they change stuff based on which pathing you chose.
Yep. So it's short, even by RE standards, but there is lots of replayability with the different routes and stuff you can take.
Yeah, one of my favorite alternative routes that you could take goes through the sewers, and you actually fight Killer Croc from Resident Evil 2. You fight two of them.
Okay.
So, Leon's out there
clean.
just bragging about how he killed a crocodile and, in the sewers in Resident Evil 2, like Leon A. And Ark's over here like, bro, I killed two.
Right?
Oh.
Obligatory, cheesy, soft music.
Yeah, you did it. GG. Obviously, clear. When they play the soft music, the game's over.
Yep. This is why I run this game with the split D-pad. Yeah, piano segue.
Just love how they all run like Lego people.
Right? I love how he's just perched up there.
I've been waiting for you, Ark Thompson.
All right. So what we're going to do is run at him right away. So it'll cause him to jump around less.
This is a Hypnos 2. You can tell that he's Hypnos 2 because he looks exactly like Hypnos 1, but he's got a bigger hand. And he's smiling.
Yep. So face tanking all this damage is not as great an idea on normal, by the way.
Yeah, his attacks are a bit inconsistent also on normal. You can back up away from a lot of his attacks. However, it's pretty hit or miss, no pun intended, whether or not he hits or misses you. Oh, moist eyeball sounds. All right, so this is Hypnos 3. You can tell because it's just Hypnos 2, except now he's more brawlic. He's got a few different attacks that he can do. Some of the other things that make this fight really annoying, I was talking about ammo management earlier. One of the things that make it really annoying is the fact that you'll notice ever so often that Hypnos will throw his large hand in front of himself. And that basically means that he's blocking the damage. So the Hypnos 3 has the ability to tank shots. So if you're playing on New Game Normal and you've just wasted 4 shells on the Hunter, you're down to maybe, I don't know, 12 to 16 shots for this fight. And if he decides to just face tank, 5 or 6 of those, you're going to run out of ammo and you're going to eventually have to kill him just with the pistol. And that takes such a long time.
There we go.
Got him. Ugh. All right, so Hypnos 4. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep, that final shot is time.
Got him.
40-52, not so bad for this not being a main focus run for me right now.
And Hunter's playing absolute pinball with everything.
Yeah. Bad. So I have to let this cutscene play before we transition to RE5 because it just ends with the greatest line ever.
It's a great line of dialogue. Oh, I forgot to mention Prototype Siri in this game. This is either the only game or one of the few games of RE where they're talking about the self-destruct system that they actually say self-destruction system, and it sounds really off-putting. Like she's like, the self-destruction system is active, and I'm just like, ugh.
Bye, Sheena Island.
We're safe.
It's okay. We'll
That's
mention you in
Sheena Island, by the
RE0.
way. Yeah.
From RE0 fame, Sheena Island.
It can't be.
Sheena Island of RE0. Oh, look, Hypnos 4.
Oh my god, he's back. You can tell it's Hypnos 4 because it's Hypnos 3, but he's on a helicopter.
Yeah.
Get down.
So they fire a literal cross rocket. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, he had a bad day. I never noticed how hilariously bad the helicopter is here.
What are we gonna do, mister?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but don't worry. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
You heard it here, chat. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
And because Capcom hates these games, they ran out of fuel and died. This game also has some awesome credits. Deagle, I'm sure, is going to skip them, and that's perfectly fine. There are a couple of credits given that really make me laugh. One of them is just the dragon. It's just the word dragon is in here somewhere. George is another good one that's on the screen right now. And later on, there's one that's like special thanks tequila. So yeah. those are the ones that I like the most.
You can tell that's Hypnos 5 because he's on the ground now.
Because it's Hypnos 4, but now he's blown into a million pieces.
All right. in a moment here. I guess.
Yeah, so now we have to drag my brother in here. I'm sorry, Chad.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna inflict this on you. But yeah, so I imagine we'll probably. Yep, I just got the message here. So, Living Kitty.
Living Kitty's in here? Yeah, I forgot about that one. That one's a good one.
Cockpit. But yeah. All right, so I think we'll switch over to transition and then be back with some RE5.